Hello, my name is Samantha Gardner, and the topic I will be presenting on is the online reading resource called ReadWorks. There are three main components I'm going to cover throughout this presentation that will hopefully give you a better understanding of this resource. First, I'm going to discuss what ReadWorks is. Then, I will discuss how ReadWorks can be implemented into a classroom. And finally, I will talk about how ReadWorks is relevant to students with learning disabilities. But before I dive right into it, I want to explain why I chose this topic. Last year, I completed my first field study experience in Milwaukee in a third grade classroom. My cooperating teacher used ReadWorks with her students every day during their reading block, and I thought it was such a helpful tool for them. It provided support for all types of learners, and the students were always engaged and interested in the material they were reading from ReadWorks. Jumping into the bulk of it, what is ReadWorks? ReadWorks is an online reading resource where students are able to browse through a wide variety of different texts, from nonfiction to fiction and even to poetry. Teachers are able to create a classroom page where they can assign readings, quizzes, and assignments for their students to complete. In addition, ReadWorks allows for differentiation by providing less complex versions of the text, changing the lexile range, and even offering audiobooks. As shown from this image from ReadWorks, students are able to pick from thousands of different texts that provide questions, vocabulary support, vocabulary activities, audiobooks, ebooks, and even step reads, which I will go more in depth on later on. In this next image from ReadWorks shows all the different options both teachers and students can select from when choosing a text. They can choose their grade level, which ReadWorks has text available from grades K through 12. They can choose their topic from science to holidays and different events. They can choose their text type, their lexile range, text options, and curriculum and supports. Now that you have a better understanding of what ReadWorks is, I want to discuss how it is implemented into the classroom. As I mentioned before, teachers are able to make class lists for their students and are then able to digitally assign their students readings and quizzes through this site. ReadWorks can track the scores and progress of each student, and each student is given a class code in order to log into their classroom page. ReadWorks can be implemented in two ways in the classroom during a reading block. Teachers can have their students read individually for silent reading and then complete the assignments on their own, or they can have students work in groups and collaboratively finish the assignments. For my cooperating teacher, she had stations during her reading block, and 2 of the 5 stations were specifically for ReadWorks. The first station was having students silently read any text they wanted from the ReadWorks site, and her second station was using ReadWorks to do a read aloud and then working through her group of students through the comprehension questions based on the reading. So overall, ReadWorks is a tool that can be easily implemented into the classroom whether you want individual work or group work. As we have reviewed in this course, students with learning disabilities have difficulty processing information and struggle in understanding spoken or written language. ReadWorks is a great tool for students with learning disabilities because it offers direct instruction and uses a structured, multi-sensory approach to help students who may be struggling. ReadWorks also supports students with learning disabilities by implementing a program called Step Reads. As I mentioned previously, Step Reads creates less complex versions of the text that still provide all the knowledge of the original text, and it also offers scaffold lessons to support these students. Teachers are also able to track the progress of students through comprehension questions to see where the students are and if they need more support. And as I again stated before, ReadWorks also allows for audio narration of the text so students can listen to it instead of having to read it. In summary, ReadWorks is a great online tool for teachers to use in the classroom for reading instruction. It is flexible so that teachers are able to both assign individual work and group work, and it allows for differentiation with the lexile changes and the options for audiobooks. But most importantly, ReadWorks helps support students with learning disabilities by having these scaffold lessons, direct instruction, and the ability to monitor progress. As I am entering the field of education, I can definitely see myself using ReadWorks during my reading blocks because it really gets students into reading. It gets them interested in what they're reading, and it really supports them in their journey to read and comprehend the material they are reading. And here is a list of sources that I used through my presentation. Thank you.